Chancellor Agard, and we're currently at the 2019 EW Comic Con Video Studio presented by Toyota Corolla, and I'm here with Diane Guerrero and Jeremy Carver from Doom Patrol. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hi.
So there's some big news that came out today. Doom Patrol Season 2 on HBO Max and DC Universe. Congrats on the renewal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you guys feeling about it? I'm curious, when did you guys sort of find out about Season 2?
We found out right before you found out, probably. I mean, there have been some rumblings, some things that we had to do, but to help make it happen. But no, we're tremendously excited, as you can see from my flat monotone.
I am so excited.
There we
I am
go.
so excited. I love playing this character so much, Crazy Jane, and I love the show, and I love my castmates, and I love the writing, and I just wanted to keep on exploring this story. And so.
I mean, Crazy Jane was probably one of the many, many highlights from Season 1. I mean, for you, can you talk to me about what was it like to get into the head of such a legitimately complicated character? Both.
Well, I certainly had to keep a log and so that I could keep my characters straight, but I just tried to, empathize with someone who is just having mental health issues and someone who's experienced trauma and I guess and just put that weight on each character. Kind of check out what each character's objective was, and that was really easy with the writing. But I kind of explored Michael Chekhov. This method of letting your physicality inform your psychology, and that really helped in this case because I needed sort of a physical action with each personality to kind of get me in the groove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you mentioned this her dealing with the trauma that she's dealt with. I mean, have you heard from fans who have reached out about sort of your performance and what they've sort of maybe related to or found comforting, sort of both from the trauma standpoint, but also just mental health in general?
All the time, which for me is so great. I mean, I love having my work inform these heavy topics that sometimes are uncomfortable to talk about, or things that people struggle with, and mental health is something that I've struggled with all my life, and I know that a lot of people struggle with it, and they've come up to me. I've had letters, and people write me on social media, and even at Comic-Con, which has been really great, people writing into me and saying, that this character really helped them with some of their mental health issues, and seeing her sort of navigate her own problems was very inspiring for some folks. So, I mean, that always feels good.
I mean, Jeremy, for you, I would love to hear from your perspective about writing this character like Crazy Jane. What's that been like for you and the writers to really dig into someone like this and the sort of challenges and obstacles you faced in sort of crafting this character?
Well, I think first and foremost, we all realized it had to be done with a tremendous amount of respect and some research, and there was also the element that it was a superhero show, or what was ostensibly a superhero show. So we had to find that balance of in the character of humanity, the absurdity, the pathos. So it's her character in particular is something that we're constantly asking ourselves and making sure that it feels honest and true, in no matter what sort of absurd superhero situation she might be in. She always had to be reacting to it as a human being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the interesting thing about the show, it is a superhero show, but I mean, it also, you with the show, you sort of cast these sort of outcast, marginalized minorities as the heroes, and then the sort of forces of evil, the villains, are these sort of people who are stuck in this sort of heteronormative paradigm, like the Bureau of Normalcy. For you, I mean, what attracted you to that, to setting up a superhero show like that?
Well, first and foremost, some of this existed, already.
Like Grant Morrison's run.
Yeah, so we need to give credit to those who were doing this 30 years ago, before it was so much in the conversation today, thankfully, and even 15, 60 years ago when this started coming out in the 60s and the 70s. So to be able to settle into that history and be able to use it and put it, on TV was. I was going to say it felt like a tremendous gift, but that felt vaguely cliche. But it really has been a wonderful world to dive into and to be. Again, I keep on saying this word, but try and be as honest as possible and be direct. And some of my favorite shows out there feel like they are very, very in your face in that they no matter what genre they're supposed to be, they are talking about something a little bit bigger also.
I'm curious. I mean, this season, I mean, in addition to dealing with all these type of topics, it's also one of the weirder shows on television, one of the most sort of out of the box thinking shows. I mean, for both of you, what were some of your sort of favorite moments from season one, the highlights?
Oh my gosh. I was kind of constantly living in like this absurd place because I was constantly switching from one personality to another. So, I mean, certainly being spat out by a donkey was really awesome. And that was like just off the bat.
Yeah.
I was
that was
like,
day one, yeah.
That was day one. And I was like, oh, work is going to be a lot of fun this season. And it's kind of been like that ever since, just like covered in guts or kind of transitioning, like being like, talking to you one moment and as one person and then just kind of transitioning and telling you to go F off. It's been pretty nice.
Yeah, for me, it was a little bit more basic, just in creating the show and creating the idea that two of the characters, wouldn't even be there. They were being voiced by another actor. That was, at the time, a terrific experiment to and a little bit scary for me to consider that that's what we'd be doing. I think the sort of moment for all the writers that sort of set it off in terms of like what we can do was when we were thinking about episode 2 and we realized let's put the universe inside the donkey's butt. And everything sort of laid out after that. We realized, it's like there are no boundaries here, and we had a lot of fun with that.
I guess my last question: what can you tease or share with us about what you have planned for season 2 before we go?
Well, we can't tease much beyond that. We're hoping to give and even I don't have a great way to say it. We want to keep on doing what we're doing and keep exploring what we're exploring, and because there's a richness to the world and the characters that we hope to explore for years to come. So.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming by. Doom Patrol will be returning to both HBO Max and DC Universe. And stay tuned to EW.com for more Comic-Con coverage.